Hey fellow world dwellers, it's Angry Turtle, and today I have for you a little bit of off-meta setup for one-shot kills with a cool laser rifle type weapon with two different configurations. So, let's dive in. So first weapon we are talking about is Ultracite laser rifle with sniper configuration. That's very important part of the setup. Otherwise, it's not so powerful. It can be quite a decent weapon, but without the sniper configuration, it's not a one-shot killer. With it, it absolutely is. How do you get it? Super Duper Mart. Super Duper Mart is located in Watoga Shopping Plaza, and Robot in here will sell the plan for the laser gun. The name of the plan, if you are looking for it, it's Ultracite laser gun. It's very important to have this one. It's not the same thing as a regular laser gun. This one shoots green, but as well, some configuration is a little bit different. More damage can be achieved. The regular one you can use if you don't want to invest into Ultracite one. Will not be as powerful. And now, where's the magic? So let's start from weapons workbench. What's so special? What is the magic about this weapon allowing us to get those beautiful one-shot kills? And you can see I have two different configurations. I will show you the Furious one, that's a 3-star, and my 4-star quad one. The quad one is my favorite, although both one-shot kill. So slightly different setup, both one-shot killers. Why is quad here? Otherwise, if not quad, I would have 3 shots, ammo capacity of 3. With quad, it's 63. So you can see quite a significant difference for this configuration. Quad is extremely important. Other legendary effects outside of quad, not as impactful. So 1-star quad would already do really good. About the capacitor or emitter, there's a lot of options. I was testing those gamma wave, refine beta wave. They do perform in similar manner to regular capacitors. You just don't want to increase fire rate. Fire rate of 10 is incredibly important for my favorite setup, so I want to keep it with whatever capacitor. Do not increase my fire rate. For this particular setup, if you can get exactly 10, that's a sweet spot. Exactly 10 is perfect because of the sniper barrel. Whichever sniper barrel you will use doesn't really matter. It just needs to be a sniper barrel. Align, stabilize, true. Doesn't really matter much. That's why I have different setup. I was testing this stuff. But sniper barrel is important. That gives the weapon a charging effect. So the damage is twice as high, like it's multiplicative bonus when fully charged. And no, you don't need to hold any button. The laser rifles have this magic ability to have auto-charging. I don't know why Gauss rifle cannot have it, but it's just auto-charging when you are not firing, and then it's fully charged. In a second I will show you on some enemies how it works. Then stock doesn't matter. Whichever one you use, that's almost no difference in practice. Scope, there is an option for a scope. Not essential, but it helps if your parts is not available. You can really use it at relatively long range, this weapon. Splitter. So that's the important part to achieve maximum damage. Splitter is adding damage if we compare it to focuser or gyro compensating lens. Those do less damage. Not a lot. It seems like a lot, but the penalty is not so huge as it appears. In practice, it's less of a penalty. The big difference is ammo capacity goes up and fire rate goes up, which is in this case not a good thing for me that fire rate is going up. If I fire it faster than once a second, I'm losing damage. So I don't want to fire it faster than once a second. So Splitter is perfect. As well, it changes it into shotgun type weapon. And you can use shotgun related perks. I'm using the one that increases the range on it. So I do have a nice damage and increased range. Awesome. Now the second setup I have in here. So this one, Furious. So I do need to run something else than a split. I could run split up, but then the ammo capacity is too little. And I want to use it with reverse onslaught. This one I'm using with reverse onslaught, the other one with regular onslaught. Therefore, singular projectile is better for me in this case, achieving great range of 361 thanks to the fact that prime capacitor is on it. So that's adding. That's the only way where you can use prime capacitor, or other one I do not recommend. Then again, the middle mods are the same rules apply. For this one, if I would like to use, not this one, for this one, if I would like to use prime, I'm losing too much of a fire rate. I want to keep it at exactly 10, so that's very important. I want 10 fire rate. So now we do have this loadout, regular onslaught at this moment. We'll reverse it for the other one, but we are starting with the quad, and look at this beauty. And now, do you see this little red light under the scope? When I fire, it goes off and then lights up again. That's the charging mechanic. When the light is up, it means it's fully charged. When it's off, it's charging. So you don't want to fire it when it's off. You want to fire it when it's on. And now look at all those one-shot kills. The onslaught is ramping up really fast. Only 11 stacks, as I don't have Furious on this one. It's a quad. But look at the beauty. And over time, okay, now there was a reload. But over time, I will be getting stacks of Bullet Storm. So it is a Bullet Storm compatible weapon. So my damage will only go up and up and up. And I can fire it as fast as that. That's the fire rate. Look at the red light. It's going up and instantly I can fire. So I'm always firing with a full damage on this setup. And now 3 stacks of Bullet Storm. The second one now. So I don't want to keep you here for too long unnecessary. So the second one. The Furious one. To use this one, all the Bullet Storm will not be needed. Like Bullet Storm, Lock and Load, Lambda Spread, Big Guns. That can be just removed or swapped to something else. But just for the showcase of the damage, I'm adding Gunslinger Master. That's the card that reverses Onslaught. So the rules are, I'm getting stacks when doing nothing and losing them when firing. Opposite to what regular Onslaught does. And now the damage on this beauty. Oh, and look at the light. So if I fire, I can fire fast, but then the light is not going up. You don't want to do that. So this requires a little bit of learning how to fire it to be once a second. You don't want to fire faster or you are losing damage, but damage on this weapon and the range, it's a beauty. And you are generating ammo. Basically each kill is generating ammo. So you can be running with this weapon. You will have more and more ammo by just collecting it from all the super mutants or other enemies that you will kill. So this is ammo generating weapon. One shot kill, brutal, absolutely brutal power. And all you need is Furious for this one, just a prefix. It could have been 1 star. It would do the same job than this 3 star is doing. Where am I being shot from? Where are you, super mutant? There you are hiding. Even legendary was 1 shot kill. No problem. Now, on tougher enemies, let's find some Scourge Beasts so we'll see. It is working on tougher enemies too. We are at the Fissure site, and that's a 1 star legendary Scourge Beast, so quite a tough one. 2 star legendary Scourge, no problem. 1 shot kill. All of them quite smoothly. Yeah, and now the Scourge Beast. Look at the damage. Damage is really good. Just need to get used to firing only after the light is up. Even though it's possible to fire faster, you just don't want to, as the damage will be lost if you fire faster. So we don't want to fire faster. Cannot one-shot the Scourge Beast, especially legendary one. Those are super tanky. But nevertheless, ammo positive on this one. Ammo positive. Now, if we switch back again for the quad, for the comparison, I just need to go back to standard onslaught. Master out. I add my Born Survival again. Unfortunately, whenever we swap the weapon, all the stacks of the bullet storm are gone. So to show you it a little bit better, the performance, I will get some stacks up out of the cameras. You probably don't want to look at me firing this weapon 60 times into the air. Okay, different fissure site, and we do have 12 stacks. So let's see. Damage is there. We're already doing like 750 multiplied by 5, as that's the number of projectiles to see exactly the damage. And now the Scourge Beast, look at that. That's not a legendary, so obviously a little bit softer, but smoothly pop, very smoothly, with those stacks of Onslaught going on. And this Santa, absolutely no problem, hitting for 5k per shot at this moment. Beauty. That's a beauty. One-shot killer of Meta 1. So I don't see too many people running with Ultracite laser rifles and beautiful green beams. I like them. So you are a little bit different compared to people using regular with red ones. Those are greens. Not so hard to get. And if you need to unlock other mods that you cannot buy plans from a vendor, some mods vendor is selling. You just need to craft as low level as possible of those guns and scrap them as any other gun. Craft and scrap, unlock mods. And now, let me know what you think. Do you like it? Is that something you are interested in exploring? And that being said, thank you all for watching, and see you all in the next one.